is that showroom?
This hook is good. Like, what's good, y'all? Back at it again with another reaction. If you're new to the channel, my name is Shadiq, and you're not locked into Crossover Media. With all the success the OFB has been having these past couple months, I just want to check this one out. I know a lot of people have been saying really good things about this. So yeah, listen, man, I don't want to hold y'all too much longer. Let's get it.
Yeah, making it right, one shot, two shots.
I don't remember the last time I've heard a solo from Bandokay. Maybe what, No Emotion?
DT5 on the beat.
Bando, put him in the air like he's taking a flight. Yeah, making it right, one shot, two shot. Had him saving his life. Always time I ramble when I was raving at night. Caught Duke slipping, you weren't scared or nice. Got off guard, should have straightened his ass, great his head back. Yeah, boy, come back here when they was head first.
Oh, I had a little bit of a groove going, then it kind of felt a little bit disrupted. First of all, very good visual, for several reasons, right? But I think just seeing the little behind the scenes that they had on his Instagram and everything, it really put a little bit more context to the visual now, actually seeing it. Kind of like barbecue, kind of pool party vibe. His flow is clean. Yeah, that's what it is. Like, it was like a really smooth flow up until that point. It kind of threw me off a little bit. Yeah, that part.
Let me slide inside. That thing soaking when I slide inside. Got legs shaking, it's a water slide. Everyone knows good water slide. Says she love bad man to your daughter hide. Everyone knows good water slide. Says she love bad man to your daughter hide. Now I'm running man down, got him looking right back. I'm running man down, why is he looking like that? Try to get so.
I'm not gonna hold you. This production team had a very good day. They had a very good day that day. But I'm enjoying this approach from Bando. I'm glad to see him starting to find a sound for him that doesn't rely on him just being rude or just kind of relying on like traditional drill. You know, it goes to show the growth in his mindset and what he's actually been able to experience. That's pretty dope. Let's take this back a little bit.
Everyone knows good water slides, says she love bad man to your daughter. And I'm running man down, got him looking right back. I'm running man down, why is he looking like that? Try to get so far, so we took him right back. I never knew boss, he was gonna trick him like that. Never knew boss, he was gonna cook him like that. 3, 2, 3, 8, so we shook him like that. 2 eyes open, keep looking at clap. Now my bro, man, he loves chugging and trap. Shorty Banova.
His flow is wild right now, and this beat is insane too. With I don't know, it's probably not violins, but whatever is the string instrument that's being used for this beat, yeah, it's
like that. 2 eyes open, keep looking at clap. Now my bro, man,
clean.
chugging and trap. Shorty Banova, one gooders. He's in the air for screaming out wood. See him, I stepped out, up block, virgin gang lurking to the junction drinkers. Ride all night like the full street hookers. Wet, bang, leave it hot like cookers. My broski ain't into the talking, he loves boring, he should've worked in the butchers. Put him in the air like he's taking.
I said my broski's not. Why do I feel like I've heard a relatively similar line before? Obviously, not saying that he's biting, right? And obviously, we know artists do this thing where like they may say something that somebody else said in their own way. Anyway, but I'm liking this approach. I'm liking the fact that he's kind of floating in and out between it being a song for the ladies and also kind of giving you like just a straight up drill kind of vibe to it.
Virgin gang lurking to the junction drinkers. Ride all night like the full street hookers. Wet, bang, leave it hot like cookers. My broski ain't into the talking, he loves boring, he should've worked in the butchers. Put him in the air like he's taking a flight. Dead boy, he ain't making it right. 1 shot, 2 shot, had him saving his life. Always time I ramble when I was raving at night. Caught Duke slip.
I'm not gonna lie, this hook is good. Like it's really interesting. It gives that contrast again between just the straight up rudeness and the violence. He pretty much told his mans go take your talents elsewhere, right? But anyway, but just like the balance between that and then go right back into this.
He ain't into the talking, he loves boring, he should've worked in the butchers. Put him in the air like he's taking a flight. Dead boy, he ain't making it right. 1 shot, 2 shot, had him saving his life. Always time I ramble when I was raving at night. Caught Duke slipping, you weren't skating on nice. Got caught off guard, should have straightened his ass, great his head back. Yeah, boy, come back here when they was head first, weren't claiming them guys. Girl, I'll check her back, girl, I'll check her back. Let me slide inside. That thing soaking when I slide inside. Got legs shaking, it's a water slide. Everyone knows good water slides, says she love bad man to your daughter hide. Everyone knows good water slides, says she love bad man to your daughter hide. I tell my friends in Joe, keep your head up high.
Alright, first of all, why did his voice just randomly get louder? But anyway, yeah.
It's a water slide. Everyone knows good water
dumb
slides,
random.
says she love bad man to your daughter hide. Everyone knows good water slides, says she love bad man to your daughter hide. I tell my friends in Joe, keep your head up high. He got shot, now his head's up high. She got chat, now her chest up high. When I hit it from the side, put her legs up high. You know 16, 2 pens up knives. And no 16, bro, chefed it twice.
Just as I was giving him props earlier for not being violent, I get it. It's the genre. It is what it is. But it's just interesting how he's been able to find that balance. That's all I can really say about it.
Friends in John, keep your heads up high. He got shot, now his head's up high. She got chat, now chest up high. When I hit it from that side, put her legs up high. You know 16, 2 pens up knives. And no 16, bro, chefed it twice.
Alright, first of all, this is not an environment for a child of that age.
You know 16, 2 pens up knives. And no 16, bro, chefed it twice. Boodle funks on reckless guys. And who's dookies on reckless spice. He put him in the air like he's taking a holiday. Sorry, me, I just made 100 quid. I'm getting fan love from 100 kids. Show them boy there what 100 is. I'm loyal to farm, I'm a humble kid. Bring it out, show you this jungle stick. Don't stumble pit when Freddy Krueger gets the dumping crick. This 4-4 Magnum or 6 rounds drink Magnum. Now I'm giving it 6 rounds. Grab my funnel and tell her to switch. I'll make a basket like the clips in it.
The flow felt a little bit rushed. I can already. I can already tell that his flow is about to sound a little bit rushed at that point where I just paused it, but
100 kids, show them boy there what 100 is. I'm loyal to farm, I'm a humble kid. Bring it out, show you this jungle stick. Don't stumble pit when Freddy Krueger gets the dumping crick. This 4-4 Magnum or 6 rounds drink Magnum. Now I'm giving it 6 rounds. Grab my funnel and tell her to switch. I'll make a basket like the clips when it sticks out. Bro, put him in the air like he's taking a flight. He ain't making it right. 1 shot, 2 shot, and I'm saving his life. Always time I ramble when I was raving at night.
Did I just see a goat? Did the goat have a bandana around it tonight?
To switch, I'll make a basket like the clips when it sticks out. Bro, put him in the air like he's taking a flight. He ain't making it right. 1 shot, 2 shot, and I'm saving his life. Always time I ramble when I was raving at night. Caught Duke slipping, you weren't skating on that score. Caught off guard, so they're straight in his ass. Great said, but yeah, boy, come back here when they was here first. We're claiming them guys. Never. Girl, I'll check her back, girl, I'll check her back. Let me slide inside. That thing soaking when I slide inside. Got her legs shaking, it's a water slide. Everyone knows good water slide. Says she love bad man to your daughter hide. Everyone knows good water slide. Says she love bad man to your daughter hide.
I think the thing that matters to me the most is that it looks like they genuinely had fun with this.
Them fucking doors, but you know summertime's coming, bro. About to get technical, right? Free the guys. FTO.
Yeah, all that matters is that it looks like they actually had a lot of fun putting this together.
Get right or get left.
Some of the levels in the voices feel a little bit awkward. Yeah, but this is interesting. Let me run it back to taking the beat a little bit. Hold on.
Don't stumble pit when Freddy Krueger gets the dumping crick. This 4-4 Magnum or 6 rounds drink Magnum. Now I'm giving it 6 rounds. Grab my funnel and tell her to switch. I'll make a basket like
Look, I'm even hearing inklings of like the next up flow in there. Like there's just certain things about Bando's flow. There's things that he does. I can't even necessarily put it into words. It's just things I know when I hear it. It's remind me of Bando. Just the way that he switches up the flows at certain points. I don't know. I don't know how to say it. Like
it sticks out. Bro, put him in the air like he's taking a flight. He ain't making it right. 1 shot,
like
2
it
shot,
has pieces of the old Bando and the new Bando in there. Yeah, I think I got enough of a feel for it now. Yeah, I think I got a feel for the song now. So in this channel, we hold the vowels. That means we're gonna get straight into it. I'm giving this one just below a 9. I'm actually really happy to hear Bando on another solo track. I think the last thing I could think of was No Emotion. And I think this one almost felt like a slightly more evolved No Emotion in a way. And that really starts with the flows. Like listening to this one and even playing it back that second time a little bit, I'm hearing inklings of like his No Emotion flow. I'm hearing inklings of like the next up flow. I'm hearing inklings of like the most recent flow that he's kind of been using lately. This just really sounds like a really polished, more evolved Bandokay, just in terms of everything that he chose to deliver with this one. I really like this beat a lot too. I really especially enjoy whatever was the string instrument in the back. It was a lot deeper for it to be a violin. So it's probably like a cello or something like that, one of those other like maybe the bigger kind of strings within that family, but just that alone was really dope. I think that maybe if it kind of switched up between the moments where it used that for the melody and the moments maybe if it did use like an actual violin for the melody, kind of switching it up here and there, that probably would have been a really good touch. I think that it was easy for the strings to get a little bit boring, just kind of being used throughout the whole track. Maybe, I don't know, let me know what y'all think about that one. Let me know if you think I'm bugging or not, but I think that's probably the only critique I had for this beat. Otherwise, I think it was really good. I think it kept together everything that he was doing. I think that his flows especially complemented what he did on this beat. The only thing about his flows that I'm not too much of a fan of is just those moments where it kind of feels like he's kind of disrupting his own flow. Like he has this really smooth kind of thing going, and out of nowhere it just kind of stops. I don't know how to describe it, but I think it is something that is very signature Bandokay. Just maybe over time, as he practices doing it more and more, he'll find just the right moments to use it and the right moments to transition. But there are just some times when it felt just, I don't know, awkward. This is also one that has that perfect balance between that slightly mainstream-ish sound, but also like the traditional drill sound and maybe what you would expect from Bando, maybe want from Bando if you're like an old fan or something. It just has enough elements for it to be played like a barbecue or a party or something, but also played just in your car. And I mean, it has all those vibes kind of wrapped up in it. Just the way that he transitioned, going from the moments was like a song for the ladies, and the moment where it's just like a song for the streets. I think now that I'm saying it out loud, somebody like Abs does that very well. With songs like Flicky, Show Me, you feel me? Like those kinds of songs have that energy to it. And I think Bando really took a very similar approach here. Even somebody like Unknown T does that in his songs a little bit. But I do have to acknowledge that Bando definitely came through with his own style of lyricism. Like just the way that he had those schemes with like the head up high and legs up high, like those kind of small things, but just using that same statement or that same phrase in slightly different ways or even similar ways, you know what I mean? Like that really worked out for him, and it kind of gave him his own moments to shine lyrically. But really the thing that's keeping me from giving this one a perfect score for replay is between what I said earlier about his flows and also with the levels of his voice. There's just some moments where it just felt a little bit too loud, a little bit too low, or the switching between one part to the other, it was just a bit off. So hopefully like the final version on Spotify something doesn't sound like that. If it does, then it's definitely going to stay this way. If it doesn't, then I'll probably give this one a higher score for the replay value. But other than that, this was a very well put together song. I think that this was a very good song for Bando to be on his own. It shows that he could be on his own. All of the members of OFB are showing in general that they can hold their own. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below. And as always, hang tight for some more reactions. I do got more of those coming for y'all. But until next time, peace.